I'll be the first one to admit it. My recording habits aren't perfect. I never said they were. And they might not be the best and they might not work for a lot of people, but I love them. They're my toxic traits and I'm going to go over a lot of them, right? But the only thing I need from you is to like the video and comment the number of things that we have in common that I do, if you do it, or you can comment some of the weird things that you do in the comment section below, because I just want to see how weird we are. First up, my obsession with AUTOTUNE, my excessive use of AUTOTUNE. People hate this plugin and they hate me because I use this plugin. I love this plugin, you know what I'm saying? I use it as a creative effect. I'm not using it to do subtle pitch correction, none of that, right? And a lot of people hate that, but that's just something I do. That's a part of me, my brand, what I represent with AUTOTUNE. It's like we use this as a creative tool on this channel, and that's what I do. You know, inspired by Thug, Future, Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of AUTOTUNE being used in there, especially with Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use AUTOTUNE regardless of if people like it or if they hate it. I don't really care. That's just a toxic trait of mine. Like me and this plugin, me and this AUTOTUNE plugin, like we locked in some of my most viewed videos. I think all of them like it's AUTOTUNE related. So me and AUTOTUNE, like we're in this thing together. So yeah, the next toxic habit that I have is mumbling melodies when I'm listening to beats. When I'm punching in, when I'm trying to write the song, I mumble melodies. A lot of people don't like it. That's where mumble rap comes from, whatever. Like, top line, I go melody first before I do lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I go. And yeah, like, it be like on shit like this. Like I be like, so like I have a beat and I'll be like, but see, like, people will be like, you're just mumbling, and it's just like, bro, I can put the melody there, and I can put words in. If I want to go back and write, I can put words there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I hear melody. I'm big on melody. If I hear a beat and I don't like the melody, I don't want the beat, because if I can't connect with the melody, can't vibe with the melody, I don't like it. Like, I listen to country, I listen to K-pop, I listen to rock and roll, I listen to all different types of genres just to hear different melodies. That's just me. That's my preference. And a lot of people don't like that, you know, but that's me. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things that makes me me. When it comes to the third thing, it's very controversial, but I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to defend it forever, right? I print my AUTOTUNE. There's going to be people listen, there's always people in the comment sections, you can't change the AUTOTUNE when you're done. What if you mess up? What if you do this? What if you do that? What if... It's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna record until I get it right. That's what... You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what happens when I print my AUTOTUNE. I know I can't change it, per se, right? But I have Melodyne, so I can go in and manually move the notes around and still adjust it manually. But there's going to be people like, but you shouldn't do that. This engineer said you shouldn't. I don't care about what that engineer said. Oh, this artist, I don't really care. I was taught that you don't really care. Like, this is me. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tell you how to record your vocals. I just record my vocals on YouTube for the world to see. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But, you know, that's cool. But I print my AUTOTUNE. Chris Brown prints his AUTOTUNE. A lot of other people print their AUTOTUNE. It's not nothing brand new. This is something that's been done for years. But a lot of people just don't see it being done. Or a lot of people don't want to put in the time to record over and over and over until they get it right. And that's one of the toxic things about me, is that I'll record until I get the AUTOTUNE and hit a certain way. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll just fix it in the mix later, or it'll be passable. No, I'll sit there and record one melody a certain way for like 30 minutes because I can't get the AUTOTUNE to glitch a certain way. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy like that, right? So that's just something that I do, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but you know, there's people that like it, there's people that do it, but you know what I'm saying, it's just one of the toxic traits apparently that I have. And since we're on the subject of printing, the next thing is that when I use my Slate digital mod mic, right, I print the mic. I don't like have a bunch of R's. I don't have a bunch of the racks just over and over and over and over. I'm gonna print the microphone. I'm sorry. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with printing the mic. People will be like, "You're not supposed to do." It's like, why? Why would I want to keep stacking the same plugin over and over and over with the mic mod when I can have it one time, record it, print it, and then print different like mics accordingly. Like if I want the dubs to have a different mic, I could just change the mic and print the mic and have it like that. Or you know what I'm saying? It's like I could do a lot of different things. So it's like if I want the ad libs to have a different feel to it, different sound to it, right? I can do that with the mic mod and I could print that, and that would be what we're working with. Because if I recorded with a U87, guess what? The U87 is stuck on there. So why wouldn't I want to do the same thing with the mic mod? I get it. People are going to say, but what if you want to change it later? I mean, if I didn't want to change it later, I would just not print it. It's just that simple. But if I print it, I understand that I can't take it away, so I'm stuck with that, right? So I would have to live with that and be okay with that decision, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand. Thank you for looking out, but hey, I got this. You know, I'm not new to this. Camera, lean in, turn the volume up so you can really, really hear me. All right, what I'm about to show you is something that people really don't understand why I do it, right? They have so much to say, but I don't use my UAD console the way it was intended or how people would typically use it. All right, so if we look at the console, I don't put shit in unison. All right, because I put the Neve down here on my inserts, I put the Tube Tech down here, I put the AUTOTUNE down here like this, right? So this would be my setup typically, but people don't like it when I do this because they'll be like, oh, bro don't know how to use the console. Bro don't know what he's doing. You're supposed to put the TN73 in unison. It's like, hey, I can put it here. It works here. And it works here, but I like how it sounds when I put it here, right? That's just me. That's a preference. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I know that triggers people, and I know that riles them up, and I know it really gets them going, right? So I just do it because that's what I like to do. Me personally, if I'm using Pro Tools, I put it on my print track inside of Pro Tools and record that way. It don't really matter to me, but I just like to use the console however I see fit, right? So if I want to use it this way, if I want to use it with it being in unison, I just love being able to it's like I just love being able to have the option to do what I want to do, right? It's America, right? Last time I checked, I live in America, gang. I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Free country. You feel me? This right here might be the craziest thing in this video. But one of the toxic habits that I have is my voice, right? Apparently my voice is irritating. Apparently I be faking how I talk. Apparently I don't really talk like this. But for the crazy thing is, I've been posting content for over 5 years at this point. My voice has always been my voice. You know, I play Xbox with some of my subscribers. I've been in Discords. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have heard me talk in real life. People have met me in real life. This is how I talk, bro. You can ask Mix by L. You can ask Help Me Divine. You can ask goddamn Wavy Wayne. You can ask a lot of people, bro. This is how I talk. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And my voice is my voice, and I can't really change my voice. You know, there might be times where I can try to talk more like clear in a sense, but it's like, bro, like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm talking to somebody from Cali, I'm not gonna tell that person from Cali to talk differently. Or if I'm talking to somebody from New York, I'm not gonna tell them to talk differently because that's how they talk. Like if they have an accent, that's your fucking accent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be like, hey bro, you need to talk better so I can understand you. Like, nah, nigga, like talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my voice is my voice. If you don't like my voice, that's cool. Like, but I also find it kind of weird. It's like, why do like Like, why y'all be so pressed? Do y'all want to like my voice? Or do y'all like my voice? Or do, like, because niggas be like, bro, why you be trying to force yourself to talk like you cool? I had to check out because you acting like you cool. You trying to talk like a rapper and be cool. It's like, nigga, this how I talk. You think I talk cool? That's fine, bro. It's fine, bro. You ain't got to project on me, bro, because you don't talk like me. Like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, it is what it is. A lot of times when I open up a DAW and I want to record, the session be blank. Like, I always make my recording templates from scratch, right? That's just what it is. Or I might have the routing done already in the template, but it really don't be no plugins on there. I'll go through there and add my plugins as I go. Like right now, like if I want to record a song right now in Ableton right now, like I got the Avalon here because I'm talking through the Avalon right now. Like all I would do is bring a beat in, delete this MIDI track right here, add AUTOTUNE to this, right? I would go over here, turn the reverb up like this, and like figure that out, mess with the delay a little bit until I like the sound, add the plugins or whatnot that I would want on my record track or just on the chain, and then I would duplicate that, right? And then I would just duplicate these tracks over, right? Whatever the same settings would be on all of that. And then I would record the song, and then I would start tweaking and making adjustments accordingly. Because I get emails all the time and people be like, bruh, how much money would you charge me to set up my FL Studio like you got your FL Studio, or set up Pro Tools like you got Pro Tools, set up on my computer like you got your computer? And it's like, bro, I really don't be doing nothing different. It's like I just have great microphones at my at arm's reach. Like I have over 12 microphones, so my mic locker is getting crazy. And then I have a lot of great plugins, right? I don't have no analog gear. And then I record in a room that's not, I don't have a wooden floor, it's carpet on the floor. It's a lot of stuffed animals in this corner over here, then it's stuffed animals over here, then it's just toys everywhere over there, just a bunch of stuffed animals. So it's like there's, listen, it's just like a lot of, I'm just in an environment where sound doesn't reverb as much and I can get a good vocal recording, right? It's not loud. The people that stay in the apartment over there, I'm pretty sure don't nobody stay over there, because I be recording at like 3 o'clock in the morning, being loud as shit, and like don't nobody ever knock on the wall or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just part of the, it's part of the thing, right? So I record blank because I treat every song as a new song, as I should, and every song deserves its own vibe, its own setup, its own, you know what I'm saying? Like its own. Like I give my songs that much respect to the point where it's like I'm not trying to like recreate the same sound every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like I might use the Avalon, then I might use the Neve, then I might go Neve 2-Tech, then I might go Neve Distressor, then I might go Neve 76, or I might go API into the Avalon, or I might go Manly Voxbox into the Distress. It's like, man, I don't know. It's like it's so many different options. Another thing that I do that you could say that aggravates a lot of people is that I use multiple DAWs. You never know what I'm gonna record in. I might record in FL 24, then I might turn around and record in Ableton, then I might record in Logic, then I might record in GarageBand, then I might record in BandLab, FL Studio Mobile, Cubases, right? I might use GarageBand on the phone, then I got Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? It's like Reaper, Studio One. It's like you never know what I'm gonna record in, because it's like I don't know. It might be a day where I be like, hey, I feel like recording in Reaper and not recording Reaper. But a lot of people put too much like stock or just stress the DAWs so much that they don't really like when I use a DAW that they don't use or they hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Pro Tools on this channel tends to do well, but a lot of people hate Pro Tools, right? FL Studio tends to do well, but a lot of people feel neglected because I don't do a lot of Logic content, right? But then if I do Logic content, then it's like, what about Reaper? But then it's like, what about Studio One? Then it's, what about this? But it's like, bro, just do what I do here in your DAW, right? But a lot of people don't really be wanting to do that. I get it, I understand, but that's just one of the toxic traits of mine. It's like, I bounce around. I do Like, I'm with this dog one day, then I'm over here. Like, I got a lot of hoes. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. You know? Then another thing I do that annoys people is the fact that I use multiple vocal chains. Because a lot of people have been tricked into thinking there's a perfect vocal chain. There's a one-size-fits-all chain that's going to make your music sound amazing. And that's just so far from the truth. I got SLATE digital plugins, universal audio plugins, waves plugins, I plugin alliance plugins. Like, I sound towards, I have over 2,000 plugins, so I got a lot of options. T-Rex, all that, right? So like, I can get different vibes, different feels from different plugins, whatever, right? I got different microphones, so it's like I'm never really using the same vocal chain. This is the Audio Technica 4050. It's gonna sound different going into the Neve and the 2-Tech versus my Atlantis going into the Neve and the 2-Tech, or my SLATE mic with a 800 mod or a Telefunken mod. Those are gonna sound different. Those are gonna have different feels to it because I push the preamp harder depending on the microphone. I might pair this microphone with the Manly versus the Eden with the Distressor and the Avalon or some shit, right? And it's like, you never really know. So it's like, I just got a lot of different options, and a lot of people hate to see that like you can do a lot of different chains and you can switch it up all the time, because that kind of goes against a lot of things people learn online, you know. And last but not least, the most toxic habit or trait that I have that people hate is the fact that I don't care to or try to sound like other artists. Like, I definitely don't do that shit on purpose. It might be some flows that I use, tones that I use that might sound like Gunna or Thug or Lil Baby or YMW Melly or Keed or other people, whoever, right? Travis Scott, Don Toliver, right? I'm not doing that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to chase somebody else's sound. If I do something, it's because I wanted to do it. It's not necessarily like how to, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like the goal here. The goal is to like do dope shit and just make dope shit that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just one of the toxic traits. And so it's like, that'll lead me down a crazy rabbit hole, trying different vocal chains, trying to be too different and just try certain things. But that helps me learn a lot too, because it's like, how far can I push this plugin? Like, what point does this plugin become where it's like creative to being excessive to where it's like it doesn't serve a purpose? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I push limits to find a limit.